Lonely is the night when you find yourself alone. Your demons come to light, and your mind is not your own. Lonely is the night when there's no one left to call. You feel the time is right, say the writing's on the wall. Yeah. It's a
This is In the Know for Friday, July 17, the 199th day of 2020. There are 167 days left in the year. Good morning, MB. Guiding you through In the Know at K105. On Litchfield's Country Station, 1039 The Moose, live online at K105.com via the Apple and Android smartphone app. Using the SoundCloud or iTunes podcast, on Facebook Watch, on YouTube Live, on Periscope, and the hashtag is In the Know. Coming up today, we update you on the latest news headlines from around the community, the county, the Commonwealth, and the country. The governor and the attorney general are into it. Funny, it sounds like last year. We will also have today's water cooler question. It will be your chance to win that and a whole lot more coming up today here on In the Know. Settling into my left, rolling Mach 9 with her hair on fire, is my beautiful wife, the beautiful girl. It's Beach. Good morning, sweetheart.
Good morning.
Your favorite color is green.
Absolutely. Yep.
Is there a particular reason? Do you know why green is your favorite color?
No clue.
It just happens to be that way. Green makes you more creative, in case that helps. The color green can help get the creative juices flowing. Scientists compared it with white, gray, red, blue, and green helped people do better with both word-based and picture-based activities. So if you're looking to be more creative at work, you can paint your walls green.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, for me,
You don't want
I'm not creative.
You don't want
so-
Kelly green walls, though, do you?
No,
No,
but
that
when I
would-
was growing up, I had Kelly green carpet.
All right, that's one thing, but that's one wall. Surely not all four walls. Imagine how creative
It
you'd
was
be
the
with
carpet.
four walls. She is the pride of Pumpkin Center. The heiress to the great mini burger fortune. She's Vera Wang's arch nemesis and the professional bargain hunter's woman of the year. She's Misty Embry Thomas. Hey, here we go.
Holy Ghost, Big Bang Theory, Pentecostal, Fire and Brimstone, Mission Temple Fireworks Band.
How's Misty?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm about to make your day even better.
Good.
You were happy because it's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting ready to get even better because a new study shows that chocolate is good for your heart.
Oh, I think I already knew that.
You
Yeah,
did?
I think
Yes.
everybody does.
Yes. Yeah.
You did? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well,
But we
phew.
like to hear it again.
What a letdown.
It confirms the Reese cup I just ate from here.
So it's okay
from
to
there
have
to here.
Reese's peanut butter cup wrappers laying all around your desk.
You know what I have eaten this week, and I realized last night when I went to bed, I have eaten an entire large jar of Peter Pan peanut butter this week. The
Peter
whole,
Pan?
Yes. But just any, I can eat
Was it
any
on
peanut butter.
sale? Peter Pan must have been on
I
sale.
like the Peter Pan. I have to do natural, so I like the Peter Pan version best. But
I-
literally a whole big jar by myself.
I grew up in a Peter Pan household, but I live in a Jif household. So
Amen.
just,
Yeah.
I've been exposed to both. Now that the patchy morning fog has burnt and lifted, we will be left with partly sunny skies, and we will warm into the upper 80s and lower 90s. Isolated showers and thunderstorms possible today. Heat and humidity throughout the weekend. Scattered showers and thunderstorms, as well as highs in the 90s, remain in the forecast through next week. So just get used to it this weekend. I mean, it is the latter part of July, so we expect it to be hot. Isolated thunderstorms today, 92 is the high, partly cloudy, 74 tonight, isolated thunderstorms, and 94 tomorrow is what you can expect. Governor Andy Beshear said yesterday that 413 new cases of coronavirus have been confirmed in Kentucky over the previous 24 hours. The new cases raised the Kentucky count to 21,083. Over the last week, we've had 2,894 cases, about 413 per day. You can expect today to be another number in that range. It could be in the 400s. It could be in the 500s. Tomorrow's number will be lower. Sunday's number will be lower. Tomorrow's number may be actually a little bit higher because labs will process today. Then we'll see a dip on Sunday's number. We'll see a dip on Monday's number. But then I'm anxious to see Tuesday's number. Because the magic date for me is 2 weeks from last Friday. Mm-hmm. So if you go back a week ago today, there's a major shift. There's been a major shift in mask usage since the governor made it mandatory, and we're going to talk about whether it's mandatory and whether he can do that, and we'll get to that in a moment. But since he said it's mandatory, you've seen people that have been more compliant with the orders. You've seen people doing it in places that they weren't before. I can tell you from personal experience that people are, and even if it wasn't me, it's observations that I've seen. So that theoretically should help to send that number back down from the 400s and 500s if that truly is what will help fix it. He was making a case yesterday when he appeared on KSR that we were a couple of weeks out. So from today, what we do today has an impact on us 2 weeks from now. Right. So a week from today, and the tests that come after that, will be 2 weeks beyond the mask mandate, and I'd like to see if that number trends back down.
Right.
And if it is, then it looks like it was the right move. Right. Perhaps one of the troubling numbers, though, is that we're seeing children numbers come up. Mm-hmm. And not only are children, the children that are testing positive are also more inclined to be going to daycare or friends' homes and carrying it back and forth. So it's not just from child to child, but once it's in someone else's home, then maybe the child infects the adults. And so this is my point. It's studying the numbers is very important, and I'm looking forward to a day 500. If we had had a day of 500 2 months ago, we would have been shocked. Mm-hmm. If we had seen a single day total, we only had one of those before, and that's the one day that all those Kentucky reformatory numbers got thrown in because they tested everyone in the prison, and it was a big number.
But the difference with that is in our nursing homes and in our prisons, it's not considered community spread. We are just now seeing community spread.
And it's because people have started moving more.
Right.
But I'll tell you, since last Friday, there's also I've noticed a difference on the roads. The roads the last week have been closer to the first half of April.
Yeah.
Because the idea of having to wear a mask it's not that a lot of people aren't. They're just saying, well, I'm just going to stay in place. I'm just not going to go anywhere. I'm less likely to go somewhere because of it. I'm not saying they're saying I'm not going anywhere because I have to wear a mask. I'm saying they either consolidate trips or they do less running or they run less errands or I'm just telling you.
See, for me, though, it wasn't the mask mandate. Mm-hmm. It was reading Sheriff Norman Chafin's experience with Corona. I got to be real honest and transparent that I did not fear this virus until I read his experience, and now I want to say a healthy fear of it. Like before I wasn't afraid for myself. Now I'm afraid for myself to get and experience what he's experienced.
That's a natural response because until you know someone.
Until you know somebody, right.
Yes.
So for me.
But I've not been that way. I've worn a mask. I've not been in very many places, but the places I've been in, I've worn a mask.
I've worn a mask, but I was not, like, if I got in there and realized I forgot to grab my mask, I went on and got my thing and got out. Now I will stop and go, And the only reason I put my mask on is because what Norman wrote, not what the governor said.
By the way, it's a lot easier to wear a mask these days.
Yeah, right?
Look at what we have. We have new K105 masks, thanks to Sam and
Tanya,
Princess Tiana, and
T-shirt Express,
John and Barbara too.
Yeah,
John and Barbara
they're
Allen.
The best.
So you may see this at a grocery store near you. In
yes,
coming days.
You may.
Coming near
True
you
story.
in the mango aisle.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just wear it the rest of the show.
Pardon me, ma'am. I'm trying to get to the watermelons, or I'm just gonna grab an ear of corn.
I think I'm gonna walk in and go, What's that station you're playing? It's
that
not
would be
this
funny.
one.
This is the 2020 T-shirt. I'm just telling you.
Yeah,
See,
yeah,
I've always
yeah.
heard, got any T-shirts?
Got any mask?
Got any masks? Sure do. So, by the way, for those of you that don't know, so FEMA gave the Kentucky Broadcasters Association a boatload of masks, and so our people decided to reach out to our screening partner and to say, "Can you slap the big K105 logo on those?" And I think they're cooler than the POTUS one. They're
I
cooler
do
than the
too.
one the
They're
president was
awesome.
wearing
Yeah.
the other day.
And they're
what's-
not too heavy.
What's interesting is FEMA wanted to put a mask on all the broadcasters. Was there a reason for that? Is this really a muzzle?
No, it's not FEMA. It's not FEMA that wants to muzzle the media. Might be the Kentucky GOP. But anyway, by the way, it's Friday, so things go haywire on Fridays.
Yeah,
I did speak to the
sideways.
sheriff yesterday.
Okay, very good.
And I don't have any information to really pass along to you, but I know there have been some questions. And truth be told, I've been trying to leave him alone
Yeah.
because I know that he's getting a lot. He and they have been getting a lot of, and he doesn't need me going, "How you doing, nobody, oh pal?" But I did reach out and say, if there is anything that I can do, then please let me know. And we're thinking about you and you all and hope you're doing better and et cetera. He expresses gratitude for that. And he knows that when he's ready to talk,
Yeah.
that all he has to do is pick up the phone and he can, be on the show and do more about sharing exactly the same thing you said, Misty, is that the detail of his public statement last week probably was attention getting for a lot of people.
Yeah,
in
it-
that
it really was.
in that regard. The governor and attorney general are feuding. Stop me if you've heard this one. Oh, wait, is that a 2019 headline? No, it's a 2020 headline. It didn't take long for Daniel Cameron and Andy Beshear to decide the honeymoon was over. And it's over a lawsuit that Cameron has filed in various places, but also in Boone Circuit Court, about considering how much power the governor has in enacting executive orders that make us do things, including wearing masks. And the people that have a tendency to hop on the Beshear bandwagon are saying, this is the wrong time and how dare, and they're taking the Beshear talking points of, you're taking the bullets out, you're taking our ammunition away in the fight against this invisible enemy. And all right, I understand that. But at the same time, Daniel Cameron, our Attorney General, is saying the Constitution is the Constitution always. It's the underlying document. It's what assures us our liberties and our protections and our freedoms. And you can't, just because you have a pandemic doesn't mean you can suddenly cross over into totalitarianism. And I'm not saying that's where Governor Beshear is, but left unchecked, and Governor Beshear should know this because he nibbled around the edges of where gubernatorial powers were for 4 years as the Attorney General, but now he feels like somehow he's being picked upon because he has an Attorney General that's calling those things into check and say, okay, is it legal to do this, and how long can he do this, and what powers does a governor actually have? The governor comes along and says, he's trying to remove all my power. Well, no, that's hyperbole, and
I think he's trying to prevent you from having all power.
yes, and that's what the Attorney General says. So, but just like everything else, whether it's mask, no mask, we're so divided. There's just a line, and this is where, I've been doing more studying and more reading, and this is where the two-party system is a killer. Because it's almost as if you're red, then you're told by the other reds, don't give room for any blue. Don't let any bit of blue whatsoever get in there. And if you're blue, don't let any red get in there. You'll end up purple. You don't want to be purple. So
That's what my bumper sticker says. Don't go purple.
I'm wondering if in the
It's
long
the
run,
purple that'll kill you.
if you won't see, if you looked at our nation over the long arc, not rather than over our generation, if you look at it over 3 or 4 generations, do you see the Libertarian Party, or do you see another party coming along that diversifies the power base of the two-party system to where we end up with 3 or 4 like they have in many other countries.
You know, what's interesting is two of the shows I've watched recently in a series were both about the White House, and they were both about the Independent Party having presidents in place.
Yep.
So it's interesting to watch because in that platform, they can take the ideology of the two parties, mix them together, and create this idea that those two coming together as an independent then fixes the nation's biggest problems. So I don't know if it's the Libertarian Party, I don't know if it's the Independent Party, but this two-party system seems to be causing sometimes more.
By the
harm
way,
than
as
good.
an aside, on the desk at home, I have a new book written by John Dickerson from the political commentator from CBS News called The Toughest Job in the World. It's about the U.S. presidency. And the way we know the presidency in our lifetime is not the way the presidency started. It's not the way the presidency was intended. And the presidency has too much power. Now, you can draw those parallels and you can use, sometimes governors are like mini presidents. But as soon as I read the book, Misty, you're going to read it as well.
Okay, I will put it on my shelf with the other 15 I've got to read.
You'll enjoy
for school.
the history of the
Yeah.
evolution of the office, that it's been during
Yeah, no,
times
I
of
will.
national security crisis that the presidency has been able to absorb more power, and they never give it back.
Yeah.
There was a time in history where the president had to go beg Congress just to have some staffers to build a staff. It was not designed to be the top of the heap. It was designed to be in line and even in ways below Congress. And so it's sort of interesting. Here's what I will say about, for me personally, with the Daniel Cameron thing and where we are. A lot of people will say, but we have a pandemic and it's life and death. And it is. But this is where the American ideals of freedom, liberty, this is where they truly get tested. When times are tough, when the chips are down, this is where you have to find out what your true liberties are. Is wearing a mask a good idea? Absolutely. But where does my liberty start and stop on having to do it versus choosing to do it?
But that's the point that people need to remember is just like you have the right to choose to wear or not to choose, as of today, it's not a law. A business is independently owned and they have the right to choose to not serve you. So you have to decide, do I want to shop here or do I want to take my money and invest it in a store that will not stop me? Because it all comes down to choice. They too have the choice. So don't throw a tantrum when they make a choice that doesn't align with your choice.
And we're going to talk
That's what's
about
so hard about everybody having different choices.
That's right. And the retailers are choosing they're choosing to go the mask route, which is the way that it should work. And this is what the lawsuits are designed to do. Can the government tell you have to, or do you have to allow the individual person, like a retailer, to decide that you have to, or you don't? And the other thing that I believe that I would encourage us to really strongly consider is about the word choice. So if you're going to be about choosing and the ability to choose as an American on one thing, then just because you disagree with something on the other side, so you're either pro-choice, the ability to choose, or the ability to be told what your choices are. And you can't really, you say, well, in this area, then I'm for this one, but I'm not for the other one. And this is my point about what we're having to find out about the strength of our Constitution in the times in which we live. All right. Let's see. You can read about an intoxicated Litchfield man arrested for DUI and spitting on and threatening a Grayson County deputy. Sounds like a real upstanding citizen. A glare from the sun resulted in the Hodgenville motorcyclist's death in an Elizabethtown accident earlier this week. Callaway County voted to keep their Robert E. Lee statue at the courthouse. For now, we'll see how long that.
It was interesting. Their
How
city
long that
council wrote a resolution in favor of them removing it, and then they chose to. So it sounds like they've got some real political divide between council and the fiscal
Be
court.
interesting to see how that goes. Jerry Lundergan, I almost call him Jerry Lundergan Grimes, because everyone whose name is Lundergan has Grimes
It's Grimes.
attached on the end. Jerry Lundergan, Allison Grimes' father, was sentenced yesterday. He's 73. I think he got 21 months in prison 2 years of supervised release, and et cetera. You can read about that online. The Kentucky's new education commissioner's annual salary is $260,000. The Grayson County FCCLA members competed, took to the stage, got great honors this week. You can, or recently, you can read about that at K105.com as well. And I may be going to Nicholasville.
Yeah.
Well, if they'll let me, because Serena Williams says that she will be playing in a new competition on the new hardcourt tournament in Kentucky next month. Is going to be held in Nicholasville. Hey, she's one of those people, if you were ever going to go watch somebody play professional tennis, you'd want to see Serena Williams. But anyway, it's good to have her in the Commonwealth. Got to get to a break. We'll come back. Got plenty more on the way. Hang around here on In the Know.
The summer season means the best produce from the finest producers is available at the Grayson County Farmers Market. Wednesdays and Saturdays from 6:30 to noon at the Indian Hill Shopping Center. We'll be using COVID-19 safety practices like wearing a mask, and only one person per household may shop at a time. To review all our safety measures, visit GraysonEXT.org. Senior and WIC vouchers are accepted at the Grayson County Farmers Market Wednesdays and Saturdays from 6:30 to noon at the Indian Hill Shopping Center on Mill Street in Litchfield.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages, incentive pay, benefits at 90 days, and a discount stock program offering after 6 months. Applications for production trainees are available in the front lobby with a convenient drop box. So stop by the office at 435 at Embry Drive and start your path to a career with Leggett & Platt. We need 30 new trainees immediately. So join the team where our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
If you're the average person, you only think about income taxes from January to April. But the choices you make 12 months a year have a big impact on your tax return preparation and even your refund. Making adjustments to your financial matters during tax filing season is like trying to lose weight during a routine doctor visit. The certified public accounting firm of Buckles, Travis & Hart work year-round to advise clients on important financial decisions so that during tax filing season, you're carrying a lot less stress and worry. Join the Peace of Mind team with Buckles, Travis & Hart, 270-259-5604. Or GraysonCPAs.com.
Your new home could be just a click away. Visit thesicilianbank.com and apply for a mortgage loan in as little as 20 minutes. After you submit an application, one of their expert loan officers will give you a call to complete the process. Let the Sicilian Bank help you save time by applying online. The Sicilian Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. NMLS number 409707.
Litchfield Exterminating believes it's all in the name. Centricon is #1 in baiting treatments. Termidor is #1 in liquid odorless treatments. Litchfield Exterminating is #1 in pest control. Coincidence? I don't think so. Litchfield Exterminating uses #1 products because that's what they do and how they do it. Litchfield Exterminating has served South Central Kentucky for over 30 years. Litchfield Exterminating, only a phone call away.
Call Litchfield Exterminating 259-6285.
Instagram is adding a new page that will allow users to shop for different items and brand collections without ever leaving the app itself. The dedicated shop page will be featured under the Explore tab, and within that page, Instagram will make recommendations to users about things they might like to buy. Instagram is also introducing Facebook Pay, which allows people to save debit and credit card info within the app. Uber is set to acquire RouteMatch, a company that specializes in public transportation software. This is part of the ride-sharing company's push into the public transit space. As Uber recently announced, they begin selling their app software to public transportation agencies. LG is now selling a new pair of wireless earbuds in the U.S. that are self-cleaning. Called the Tone-Free HBS FN6 earbuds, they come with a case that contains a UV light, which has been shown to kill 99.9% of the bacteria found on the earbud's actual little speaker or mesh. Tech Report, James Flippin, NBC.
Today is National Tattoo Day. Today.
That's funny. I woke up this morning thinking about tattoos for some reason.
Really thinking about getting one?
Well, no. The thing is, I guess it was because my diversity and inclusion management class. She was talking about how tattoos have evolved in the workplace over the years. You used to not be able to have them.
Yeah.
But I woke up thinking, like I was dreaming, I had to get a tattoo, but I couldn't make a choice, which is why I've never gotten one. I can't keep curtains up for a month.
Yeah, it's my problem. But we as employers, that's kind of what we had to understand about 5-6 years ago, maybe even a little bit longer. It's if you're going to outlaw tattoos, you won't have any employees.
Absolutely.
You won't have any, but they get a lot harder to find.
You'll have me and you, but
people
they may not want us.
That's about it.
That's true.
You and him.
It is also Peach Ice Cream Day today.
Oh, now if I'm going to eat ice cream, peach would be
a
go-to for me. I love peach.
Instead of fudge ripple, it's fuzz ripple. And it is World Emoji Day.
Oh, gosh.
Emojis have kind of been game changers.
Yeah, they have.
But they're hard. There's like so many.
Mm-hmm.
There are lots of choices.
I do love my Bitmoji, though.
More
She's a
choices
go-to
all
for
the
me.
time. Tomorrow is World Listening Day, and Sunday is Stick Out Your Tongue Day today, or tomorrow.
But keep your mask on and then stick out your tongue.
How about just a mask that looks like you're sticking out your tongue?
That would be fun.
Problem solved. I forgot to mention. Well, I didn't really forget, but I got busy talking about something else. Dr. Lee yesterday came out and says, as the health community recommended wearing masks, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. But also, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell was in town yesterday, and that we carried live on our digital platform, I guess on Facebook Watch yesterday. And we were hoping, I said he was going to start making it rain with Trump bucks, and he didn't actually make it rain.
Boo.
But did talk about, did kind of outline. He's got his talking points that he travels around and he carries, and that's fine. But a new survey says this is what Americans want most out of a second stimulus check.
More dollars.
Nearly half, 42% of Americans say a second stimulus check is necessary to cover their basic expenses. 32% say the money isn't necessary but would be helpful. 14% agree that it's not necessary but could help pay for non-essential costs, and 11% say they don't need another stimulus check at all. So the House of Representatives already passed the HEROES Act. They passed the CARES Act, and that went through, and that's part of where your stimulus check came from. And the PPP, your Trump bucks came the first round, and the PPP was born out of CARES 1, CARES 2, all those. Then they passed the HEROES Act, but it's not made it through the Senate yet because the Senate's not entirely sure what entities are going to need the most money, and so they're toying with the idea that if you make more than $40,000 a year, you might not get a second stimulus check. If you are under that, then you might. They are also trying to decide how much health care, how much education, how much governmental, because the HEROES Act has earmarked about $3 trillion. The first round was $2 trillion. And I don't know if anybody's completely sure that number is going to do it. But that's the very fact that Leader McConnell was here yesterday means they're on recess. So when they get back to Washington next week, I don't know if they're on a 2-week break or what the recess is, and then into August, the Senate will decide. So you're not going to see, just for those of you planning, you're not going to see any type of stimulus, certainly over the next month. So just plan according, not saying it won't happen a month from now, but it's going to be unlikely that it happen any quicker. A new survey says that an average employee would take $316, pay cut of $316 a month in order to earn the ability to work from home permanently.
I can see that. Yeah. I would probably do that.
So can I. Yeah, I can see that.
So it does.
You know how much money it would save me in hairspray and makeup?
I would say you would net, well, you wouldn't get ready for the show?
Well, I mean, I guess you'd have to put a camera in.
Well, but here's one thing to
Drats.
You would probably not eat lunch out.
True.
You would need less wardrobe. Sorry, Misty, but you really would need less. You might want the same, but you would need less.
I could just start buying
Just
tops.
the top half.
Yeah.
That's
Just
right.
tops. No pants bought ever
You could
again.
have twice the number of tops.
Yep. Sounds good, right? I'll just layer them.
Vehicle operation expenses.
Yep.
I wonder a lot of insurance carriers, if they knew that you worked from home instead of you're making a commute every day, I wonder if rates would drop.
Yep.
So you would make back way more than $316 a month by the things you would eliminate by having to go to work each day.
Just not eating. Like, I eat breakfast out every morning because it's kind of the reason
It's your
I
lunch.
get going.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's the
I'm gonna
equivalent
run
of
get
your
something to
lunch
eat.
break is a breakfast break because of the schedule you work
I'll
on.
do that for about a month, and then I'll stop doing it. Then I'll do it again. But yeah.
I got it. I understand. So part of the discussion we had in segment A was talking about individuals and retailers, businesses, etc., choosing about masks or not masks. And the retailers are going the way of the scientists. The retailers are going the way of saying, this is a good idea to be good citizens, to be good stewards, to prevent the spread. Then this is what we need to do. And so I'm completely on board with that. If you own a business and you say you can't come in here unless you have
It's your
one,
prerogative.
then that is your prerogative. It's my prerogative not to do business with you if I don't want to. But I think it's reasonable to put one on and keep going. Okay, so that's not. But it is. This is the scenario. This is the world that we live in. That by I guess tomorrow. No, by Sunday, I think most all the national retailers will have decided mask or else. Well, not or else. They're not gonna chase you out to the parking lot and club you, but they're gonna say you wear a mask or you don't come in. Yeah. And whether it's CVS or whether it's Target or
I mean, I remember one time not having shoes on. I just had socks, and I'd gotten out of a car to go in and use the bathroom. I was a teenager, and they told me I had to have shoes on to be able to come in. And I had to go back out and put my shoes on. And I didn't cuss anybody. I wasn't mad. I just remember thinking, well, it's their business. They have, I'll follow by their rules. And, we always see those signs, no shoes, no shirt, no service. This isn't a new thing. It's just a new item that we're having to wear. So my point is, businesses have been doing this for years, choosing how you can come in dressed or not in. I mean, some won't accept your money out of your bra.
I'm not saying they should, but some will. Some
Yeah.
won't. You say
I mean,
some
no,
won't.
some will have a sign up that says we do not accept bra money.
Are
Yeah.
you serious?
Yeah. You've never seen that?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
some
didn't know it
gas
was a real
stations.
thing. I didn't. I've seen some memes that said that. But some retailers also are putting out what they're calling health ambassadors at the front door.
That is not a job. They should make 10 times what everybody else in the
I'd
store
say
makes.
they'll have to get anyone to do it. They're going to
I
have
hope
to.
they're bouncers. Like, they're the ones who are unemployed at the bars right now. So now they're just going to work at the grocery store. Like, all unemployed bouncers.
They're the ones that
go to the grocery store
unclip
for a
the
job.
rope, the
Yes.
velvet rope, and say, "Come on in,"
Yeah.
and then close it. And
Yeah,
then,
they're like 10 times
I
your
got it.
size.
Can I just tell you though? I'm getting again wearing a mask where necessary. Okay. But it's influencing my decision making. Super spoiled curbside. So I am the person, right? I'm the cat that goes, you'll bring it out to me? So if I'll just plan ahead a little bit
And use an app.
it's not that I don't want to go in your store, but I might not want to have to swim in the waters with everybody else. I can just pull in this parking stall and say,
Honk,
number
honk.
3.
I don't think in the last 6 months I've been in, or I don't know, 5 months, that I've been in anywhere without a mask on. But I'm a weirdo.
I'm just sort of hoping that curbside doesn't go away. Even when...
I think it will. No, I think it will go up because these stores will need to hang on to the... They'll want to hang on to the customers who won't want to wear a mask. So they will find a way to accommodate you.
And again, if I want your chicken sandwich or whatever it is bad enough, then I'll put the mask on and I'll go in. I am just telling you, for me, the way I operate, if I can get the chicken sandwich, but I can just tell you I'm in spot 8, And
But
you'll
that
bring it to
was-
the window, and I go, well, thank you very much, and I'm on my way. That's what I'm doing.
But I've always leaned towards the how can I shop on a lazy side. It had nothing to do with the mask.
Sure.
Drive-through open,
Right.
I'll be there.
I am telling
Grocery
you, I'm
pickup,
telling you
I'll do that.
the choices I am making with my dollars
Sure.
are tied to how easy you make the curbside process.
Oh, okay. So you may all offer it, but it's going to have to be easy.
I think a lot of people are offering it, but if I get there and I have to call, and so had a curbside experience when we were off, and it wasn't clear. It was a sign said, "We'll go over here," and then I sat and waited, and then I waited, and then I waited, and then luckily I had Taylor with me, and then we called, and they said, "Oh no, come over here." Yeah, but your sign says, and I'm just telling you, if it's
Yeah,
smooth
it's
and
gonna
it's
be easy.
seamless. And I can do it. It's like, I'll do that every time. Bang,
It's
bang,
like some of your
bang,
all's
bang.
websites. If I get tangled up too quickly, I'm out. I don't care what you're trying.
I'm just
what I
telling
want.
you, I'm spoiled to the curbside.
Yeah, my ADD kicks in, and I'm like, oh,
I can sit here I can listen to the Hamilton soundtrack and wait for you to bring my chicken sandwich.
Yeah,
I am on
right?
board.
yes.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. The three of us and any of us in our industry, we can get caught sometimes in a pickle.
When we open our mouths.
The pickle being, especially now when a camera is pointed at you, whether it's itchy nose or whether
Or
you
your
get a
hair
tickle
stuck to
in
your
your
eyelash
throat or
and
you
can't
get
seem
a
to get it
whatever.
off. Yeah.
Well, imagine losing a tooth while you were delivering the news live on television.
What are they, 7 years old?
No, it's a news anchor who a decade ago, her daughter had hit her in the mouth and broke half her tooth, and she had her tooth replaced. And while she's a Ukrainian news anchor, and she was reading the news and felt her tooth break loose and reached up. You can find it online. You reached up and grabbed the tooth and kept it in her hand and put it down to her side and kept on reading.
Good for her.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a professional.
pro, right?
That is absolutely.
I lost a tooth and I still delivered your news.
That is the.
That's
I don't care what you
award-winning.
do. I am going to maintain my professionalism and keep delivering the news.
Bet she didn't smile.
No.
Right?
And that's the news. We'll be right back right after this. Today's water cooler question coming up here on In the Know.
Today, your McDonald's order could be more than an order. It could be the first meal you've enjoyed back inside your favorite Mickey D's. It could be a quick bite after getting a fresh cut from a real barber. Or it could be your way of getting back to feeling like yourself again. Whatever this order is, McDonald's will be here to take it.
Get a McChicken and small fries bundle for just $2. And enjoy any soft drink in our new large insulated cup for just $1 more. Prices and participation may vary. Dining rooms are starting to reopen in certain communities.
Your health is important to you, so when you find yourself face to face with sickness, your main concern is simply how to feel better. Well, rest assured, your feel better starts right here at Midway Pharmacy. It begins the moment you walk through our doors, where you're greeted by our friendly, knowledgeable staff, and continues on with special services like free delivery. So whether your goal is to maintain a healthy lifestyle or to overcome that untimely sickness, remember,
Your feel better starts here.
At Midway Pharmacy.
Cormark, Kentucky has immediate job openings. Cormark is looking for career-minded individuals to come join their team today. If you are looking for a family-friendly environment that provides a family-first atmosphere, then look no further. We have a job for you. We currently have night shift positions in our cooler and freezer, repack, and full case departments. Cormark offers competitive wages, benefits after 45 days, vacation after 30 days, and incentive-based pay based off performance. Apply online at careers.cormark.com. Cormark is an equal opportunity employer.
A fake text message claims there's a problem with your FedEx delivery. Hi, I'm Rihanna Smith-Hamlin with the Better Business Bureau. The fake text addresses you by name and asks you to click on a link to set delivery preferences for your package. The message could also arrive via email. Some consumers say the link takes them to a survey which asks for personal information. FedEx will not send unsolicited messages requesting money or personal information. If something seems suspicious, contact the company directly. For more tips, go to bbb.org.
This is Governor Andy Beshear. The coronavirus has affected every one of us differently. The good news is help is available right now. Whether it's food or health care, we're here and standing by you to get you what you need. Log on to benefine.ky.gov or call 1-855-306-8959. The process is quick, simple, and you'll soon have the assistance that you deserve. So don't wait. Go online or call today and let us help you.
On the basketball court, you have to know where the lines are. It's just as important to know where the lines are in your own yard. Kentucky law generally requires you to have underground utility lines located before most excavation work, even if it's on your own property. If you don't call 811 and you damage a natural gas line, the Kentucky Public Service Commission will investigate you and you may be fined up to $1,250. Much better to stay within the bounds of the law and call before you dig to start putting in that backboard or goalpost. For more information, visit psc.ky.gov. This message brought to you by the Kentucky Public Service Commission.
K105 Weather is brought to you by Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield.
Twin Lakes weather.
Partly sunny skies in the forecast for the rest of the day for most of us. Some will see a few isolated showers and thunderstorms as we head through the afternoon hours into the early evening. Keep in mind the best potential for this rain will be in areas along and south of I-64. From the Wave 3 News Storm Tracking Team, I'm meteorologist Tawana Andrew.
Always means a safe and enjoyable summer.
This is the 105 Days of Summer, powered by the Litchfield campus of ECTC on the Twin Lakes Best Mix, K105.
Did you know grocers and grocery stores got their name because they sold goods by the gross?
Well, that makes sense, but I didn't know that.
So it's large quantities of goods. That's where you could buy them. So they were grocers.
Well, I didn't really watch Little House on the Prairie, but when they went to the store, I mean, everything was weighed.
Yeah, Olson's Mercantile. Absolutely.
Yeah, you bought it by the pound.
Right.
That's the way you did it. I saw a I don't know what I was watching recently. I some type of documentary on the History Channel about the invention of the refrigerated rail car and how it completely changed the United States of America because they could now put oranges on a reefer in Florida and send them across the Midwest without them spoiling.
Why does that sound familiar?
I totally
feel
think
like
of
I've seen
Frosty, but
on the reefer on the rail car,
Mhm.
sure. But you could make farmers that were producing lots of eggs could now ship eggs across, and you would find these little hotels and these little restaurants that would crop up along the rail lines because they had access to fresh food.
Makes sense.
And it really changed. It really changed our country.
That's how we got KFC across the world.
Clearly.
Yeah.
You got it. Here's today's water cooler question. If you've not won in the last 30 days and you're 18 years of age or older, you qualify to win by calling 270-259-6000. Your choice between 2 tickets to Holiday World or 4 tickets to Beach Bend, 270-259-6000. The average family spends a combined 6 hours a week doing this mindless activity. The average family spends a combined 6 hours a week doing this mindless activity. What is it? 270-259-6000. The average family spends a combined 6 hours a week doing this mindless activity. Parents, especially parents of younger children, Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood is going to air an episode to help kids understand the coronavirus pandemic.
I love it.
Daniel Tiger and his friends are starting their next season by tackling the coronavirus pandemic, specifically what it means for kids. The season 5 premiere airing next month. When Daniel learns he can't gather with all of his neighbors at the neighborhood carnival this year, it leads to a lot of big feelings and questions, including what to do when he misses the people he loves. If you're a new parent and you don't know Daniel Tiger, get to know him.
Yes.
Daniel Tiger will be your friend. Daniel Tiger will teach your child lessons that you don't know how to teach them.
You act like Daniel Tiger's the only one that's ever done this. Where's Sesame Street and all this?
Yeah.
Why is I guess what I'm asking is, why is it Daniel Tiger better than all the 9,000 other Mr.
Can't say
Rogers
that
and
it's
options.
better, but I mean,
Why do you all like it so much more?
It's really good.
It's specifically, it's the Mr. Rogers lessons. It's the
Sure.
core. Sesame Street isn't spiritual.
Okay.
There are spiritual undertones to Mr. Rogers' ministry
Right.
that are then rebranded through Daniel Tiger,
Oh,
if you
okay.
will. Okay.
Gotcha.
There's a little. There's just you can tell.
The moral value of it
Yes,
is different.
where
We're not
where
just
Sesame
counting
Street
in
has to be a
colors.
little
Right.
more PC about things.
Sure.
And now, to be clear, Mr. Rogers was, big on inclusivity and love and but there you can just kind of tell the sermon that's being taught on the whole, if you will. So 270-259-6000. The question is, the average family spends a combined 6 hours a week doing this mindless activity. What is it? William, what's your guess?
Watch TV.
Watching television is correctamundo.
Really? I would have thought it was more than that, so
Well,
I didn't say
and
TV.
it says actually watching reality TV
Oh.
6 hours
Okay.
a week, so it's even more specific than TV. William, I hope you didn't hold up. I hope you didn't hang up. Hold on.
Well, I said smoking.
Smoking.
But then I thought, I don't know what
As
age
a
you let your
family?
kids smoke.
The family.
I
said
mean,
eating.
some of y'all let them get after it kind of early because I thought of the county fair. You guys talking about Daniel Tiger couldn't go to the fair, and then that led me to the kids that smoke with their parents at the fair, and I'm like, oh, there's a family activity.
Yeah, I saw. It was a different Daniel Tiger that I saw at the fair.
That was Tiger King you saw at the fair.
Alex Trebek gives an update on pancreatic cancer and says for his treatment and that he's feeling great.
Oh, wow. He looks good.
Alec, I know you grew a beard during the pandemic. I know you've historically had a mustache. I don't like the Fu Manchu.
I
don't-
hate
I don't
it.
like the goat.
Yeah.
No.
There's something. It's not refined enough for
I agree.
Alex Trebek.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like the host
a
of
little
Jeopardy.
too-
He looks like I don't know.
It's
I don't
TC
know what
fair
he looks
for you?
like. Maybe.
He's going to announce something at the fair instead of
No.
play Jeopardy.
Major League Baseball teams experimenting with artificial crowd noise in empty ballparks.
That sounds terrible.
Ahead of the 2020 season. So a week from last night, the Yankees and the Nationals play on the opening night of the baseball season. Then the full schedule starts a week from today. Colin Jost is not sure if he'll remain at SNL past next season. Netflix has released their all-time top 10 original movie list. Extraction, which hasn't been out very long, is the #1 original movie at Netflix of all time with 99 million views. Bird Box at 2, Spencer Confidential at 3. The only one I really recognized in there was The Irishman.
I
Which-
recognize Bird Box. Is
You-
that
Is Bird Box the Sandra
Yes,
Bullock and the weird?
and Taylor's been
like,
lobbying, trying to get her
weird.
to watch that, and
Yeah.
I said, "Don't, just don't." It seems
Yeah,
to be
Jason
walking
and my
around,
kids watched it, and I was
walking
like,
around with a blindfold on. And Chris Rock, at 55 years of age, got his first tattoo at age 55 since it's
Oh.
National Tattoo Day.
Okay.
They got matching tattoos of that crown with his daughter, and then he also she got a pink dinosaur or something included on her tattoo. So they vary slightly. Hers looks a little more feminine, but Chris Rock gets a tattoo at age 55. So see, Misty, there's still hope for you yet to be
Getting
able to
11 years away
able to
from a
get one.
tattoo,
That's
apparently.
right. We got to get to a break. We'll come back. Got more Point to Ponder, Pearl of Wisdom, Chart Toppers, and more ahead here on In the Know.
Success rarely happens overnight. It can take weeks, months, even years to see the fruits of your labor, which is why we can't give up on a goal until we reach it. The success we're after may be slowly building. We just can't see it yet. And that was the case with The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, considered one of the greatest novels in American literature. Sold 25 million copies around the world. But did you know the book was initially a commercial flop? When it first came out, reviews were not enthusiastic, and the book sold only a third of the copies anticipated. But over the years, The Great Gatsby grew in popularity. The book went from selling a few hundred copies a year to over 50,000 a year. And by 1960, the book was widely regarded as a classic of 20th century American fiction. The point, success takes time and patience and the determination to stick with something when it's not easy. Building a strong career, a strong marriage, or a child with strong character requires investing as much of yourself as you can each and every day. It also requires you to understand that the results you're hoping for could take a long time to develop. So, whatever goals you're chasing, stick with it. Day by day, little by little. Stay on that long path to success until you wake one day to discover you've built a masterpiece. For Focus on the Family, I'm Jim Daly.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages, incentive pay, benefits at 90 days, and a discount stock program offering after 6 months. Applications for production trainees are available in the front lobby with a convenient drop box. So stop by the office at 435 at Embry Drive and start your path to a career with Leggett & Platt. We need 30 new trainees immediately. So join the team where our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
Every second in the United States, a ton of lumber is destroyed by termites. Long before you see proof, termites have taken a bite out of your home. Thousands of dollars in damage can add up before you even notice the problem. Contact the Litchfield Exterminating Professionals to protect your home or business. It's about peace of mind. Only 24/7 protection from the world's best will give you that. Litchfield Exterminating serves Grayson County and surrounding areas. Call Litchfield Exterminating today, 259-6285, or toll free 1-800-517-2388. What's eating at your home?
Take your remodeling project to the next level and transform an ordinary space into an extraordinary one with Masonite doors and atrium windows from Future Designs. With Masonite and Atrium, you get countless design options that give you unmatched flexibility, energy-efficient glass choices, hardware, and more. So don't just remodel, transform with Masonite doors and atrium windows built around you. Start your transformation at Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
You know what sounds fun? Holiday World sounds fun. We're talking the kind of fun that takes 128 acres to contain it. The kind of fun that leads to the sounds of silence on the car ride home. Because the kids will be sleeping. The kind of fun you need to start having today. But you can only get tickets online and only at holidayworld.com.
Free soft drinks, free parking, free sunscreen!
That was fun.
MB's Point to Ponder for today. What is the best or worst tattoo that you've ever seen? It's World Tattoo Day today. So what's the best or worst that you've ever seen?
Okay, so the best, I love these new watercolor tattoos. Go to Pinterest and look at watercolor tattoos. Those are really cool. The worst?
Isn't it hands down Regertz?
No, it's not. That's not the worst. That's probably the most messed up. But the worst I saw recently is the photo where somebody put right above their tail crack the picture of the devil. Have you seen this?
No, I've not seen it.
Okay,
no.
so then they're in the picture, they're wearing a thong, so it looks like there's a mask over the devil's mouth. So the meme says, even the devil's afraid of COVID. It's like the worst tattoo ever.
Yeah, that's bad. Well, that's what if you're going to go to the trouble of writing something that's so visible for everyone to see and the spelling is messed up,
That's
to even
terrible.
say, you clearly have at least one regret.
Yeah.
Well,
And that would be the misspelling of regret.
No
yeah,
regrets.
that, or a previous significant other you have to try to figure out how to a good way to
or it
get
rid
of their
the
name.
neck tattoos.
It limits the dating pool.
The neck tattoos are really.
And so I really like, for other people, the armband ones, but they're small. I like those. Don't have one myself.
There's a watercolor tattoo.
One of my favorite ones, though,
okay.
is I just love the idea of, I guess the irony is the thing that I'm digging because, no regrets, R-A-G, or whatever.
No
I mean,
regrets.
When they get the Chinese saying and it translates incorrectly, that just delights me.
I love,
me too.
They
It's
think
like watching somebody trip and fall and they're okay.
Yes, they think it says
I
peace
laugh.
and love, and really it says can of soup.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's
I love that.
So that for me is the best tattoo.
That's the best.
Because now you've got to walk around with can of soup on your arm. Should have known better. Why didn't you just put an anchor on your forearm like Popeye and call it a day?
Yeah, just something good.
Don't go messing with the Hooked on Phonics or the Rosetta Stone. On TV tonight, The Sims Sparked on TBS. Do either of you know how to play The Sims?
My kids were big into Sims, but I never really learned how to play.
One of my very best friends played for years.
So the new E-League series, it's a $100,000 prize. And something about The Sims on TBS tonight. Harriet, it's a documentary on Harriet Tubman on HBO tomorrow night. And Andy Cohen versus The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and versus Kevin Nealon and Drew Carey on Celebrity Family Feud on Sunday night. That could be good. Kevin Nealon's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying Drew Carey's bad, but Kevin Nealon's good. Today's highlight in history, this date, 1944, during World War II, 320 men, two-thirds of them African-Americans, were killed when a pair of ammunition ships exploded at the Port Chicago Naval Magazine in California. That's Port Chicago in California. That's hard to say. In 1962, the United States conducted its last atmospheric nuclear test to date, detonating a 20-kiloton device, codenamed Little Feller 1, at the Nevada test site. 1975, an Apollo spaceship docked with the Soyuz spacecraft in orbit in the first superpower link-up of its kind. Woolworth announced it was closing 400 remaining 5 and dimes this day in 1997. Walter Cronkite passed this date in 2009 at age 92. And El Chapo was sentenced to life behind bars in a U.S. prison 1 year ago today. Uncle Sam Gormley joined the K105 team 2 years ago today.
Woo woo! Yay! We're better for it.
Thank you, Sam. And not only broadly, thank you, Sam, but specifically, thank you, Sam. Because of you, we got breakfast today.
Yes,
there is truth in that.
I didn't have to eat Cheerios today, thanks to Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
Well, it's not that Sam went to get the breakfast.
No.
Sam was the causation of the breakfast being
Provided.
procured. Fine. You follow me?
You didn't make that complicated at all.
No,
There's the
not at
devil
all.
tattoo.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, my.
Oh, I see. Okay, I
That's
missed
the
the
worst
thong part.
tattoo ever.
I missed the thong part
Yeah.
being the mask.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it now.
Oh, don't put that on your body.
Donald Sutherland is 85 today. Vern Lundquist is 80. Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, is 73. David Hasselhoff is 68. German Chancellor Angela Merkel is 66 today. Mark Burnett is 60. Luke Bryan is 44. Luke Bryan. Gone but not forgotten, John Jacob Astor, born in 1763. James Cagney in 1899. Art Linkletter in 1912. 1917, Phyllis Diller was born. Diane Carroll was born this date in 1935. I can't make fun of Luke Bryan anymore. He and I are pals.
Are you?
Well, thanks to America. I mean, I don't dig all of his music, but
Right.
he and I are pals because, one, he's on American Idol.
Right.
Two, Forrest Gump is his favorite movie.
Oh,
It's just sort of hard to...
didn't know y'all were going to fall in love.
I'm not willing to say Forrest Gump is my favorite movie, but it's in the
you
top
talk
5.
a lot about it.
It checks all the boxes. Oh, and I can't even believe I forgot to mention this. They're doing a big movie memorabilia auction.
Is Wilson in it?
And Maverick's helmet from Top Gun is up for auction.
What?
How awesome would it be to have the flight helmet that Tom Cruise wore filming
Okay,
Top Gun?
so how much is your Twitter stock worth now? Your one stock?
Yeah, I'd like
Could
I'm
we
sitting here
cash it
doing
in?
numbers.
Varies day to day.
Yeah.
My portfolio value
Page 1.
ebbs and flows day to
The
day.
end.
It would be awesome. I would wear it on the show
What if you
every day.
put
I would
it-
have headphones built into it.
But what if you got it on your head and got stuck and couldn't get it off your head?
That's why I would
you
wear it
just
every day on
live
the
in it?
show. Yes. It would just.
Fine.
I
I'm
would look
stuck
like
in my
Rick
helmet.
Moranis in Spaceballs.
Now
Call
that-
me Lord Helmet.
I'm throwing money in for this.
All this is so bad.
Yes.
What?
But that's
Why?
what makes it great.
No, that's why we love it.
A story about a boll weevil.
1961.
Now, some of you may not know,
Brooke Benton, number one.
but a boll weevil is an insect.
I didn't know there was
And
another
it's
Bo Weevil
found
song.
mostly where
If you've ever been to Enterprise, Alabama,
Now, where they come
you've been to
from,
the boll weevil capital of the world.
Really?
Yep.
nobody really knows. But this is the way the story goes.
I don't have time for the story. It took you too long to set up the story.
Yeah. So I love the Presidents of the United States version of Bo Weevil.
Oh, really? I did not
I've played
familiar
it
with
for
that
you
version.
before. Yeah, you
have?
have,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I forgot. Slipped my mind. 1970. Three Dog Night was number one. Didn't have to go. Two of the best movie mamas, Forrest Gump,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and Waterboy.
Oh yeah.
Bobby.
Yeah. Something.
She's great.
She's something.
Bobby, you ever find that gorilla that escaped from the zoo and punched you in the eye? No, Mama, the search continues. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Number one with Boogie Wonderland, 1979. Oh. Y'all would be mad at me if I skipped the one from the 80s.
Yeah, we're usually mad because you start off
Right.
out of the 80s, but
Yeah.
but it's good today.
We're late, but you all would be.
Complete.
I would have just had to skip it and not even mention it.
I just need to be on the Sea Dragon right now.
1997, Puff Daddy and Faith Evans, I'll Be Missing You. Summertime, Kenny Chesney in 06. And 5 years ago today, Omi was number one with Cheerleader. MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. I caught the scene in this for some reason, the way you ladies react to this song reminded me of seeing the scene from Grown Ups last night where they go to the aquatic center.
Oh, yeah.
And the guy is over there on the other side of the pool flexing his muscles and all that. And then he talks, "Hey guys, what's going on?"
I need a new Def Leppard shirt. That's what I need in my
All
life.
right, you can get one of those. Sorry, your birthday isn't until February.
It's okay, I can wait.
MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. The bad news is time flies. The good news is you're the pilot. The bad news is time flies. The good news. Pearl of Wisdom for today. Look forward to seeing you back here on Monday for another edition of our show. For Misty Thomas, for Beej, I'm MB, and now you're in the know.
Powered by Heritage Media of Kentucky, WKHG Litchfield, Kentucky, USA. 104.